Hello guys, I hope that you're doing great. Welcome to a new video. And for this new one, we are going to be learning how to use the verbs play, do, and go correctly. First of all, I want you to think of what topic we have been talking about lately. Excellent. We have been talking about sports, such as soccer, baseball, basketball, aerobics, tennis, and so on. Now, I want you to think of the tense that you used while doing your dialogue with your classmates. That's correct. You used simple present tense. So now, you may ask yourselves, how are the sports, the simple present tense, and the verbs play, do, and go related? Let's take a look. As you may recognize, these three verbs express actions. And of course, verbs are needed in order to use a tense. In this case, we have been talking about the simple present tense. For this reason, the verbs play, do, and go are used to talk about sports and indoor or outdoor activities. It is important for you to know the differences between them in order to use them correctly. For this reason, firstly, we are going to talk about the verb play. You have to keep in mind that we are going to use the verb play for sports that require, first of all, a ball. For example, baseball, soccer, football, or volleyball. Then, sports that require an opponent. For example, tennis. Or the sports that I already mentioned, because in order to play them, you need an opponent. And finally, we are going to use play with board games. For example, chess or Monopoly or Clue, let's say. Now, I also want to mention some examples in sentences or questions. Number one, do you play basketball? You see, we said play and basketball because for basketball, you need an opponent. This is a team sport and also it needs a ball. Number two, we have my family and I play Rumi every weekend. This is a board game. Remember that we use play for board games. Number three, Dennis plays baseball with his friends. Okay, baseball, it needs a ball. It is a team sport and also you need an opponent. We can finally say another example that can be I play football with my family every weekend. You see, those are some of the examples for the verb play. Now, take a look that I conjugated the verbs. Remember, you always need to conjugate the verb in the tense that you're using. In this case, we are using simple present tense. And remember that for third person singular, you need to add s, es, or ies to the verb. In this case, you had there Dennis plays, right? Very good job. Secondly, let's move with the verb do. We are going to use the verb do for recreational activities. For example, crossword puzzles, right? Then we are going to also be using the verb do for individual sports such as karate or aerobics or archery. And as you can see, these sports do not use a ball, so take that into consideration. Let me give you some examples. Number one, Mr. Solano does crossword puzzles in his free time. As I mentioned, crossword puzzles are recreational activities. Now, number two, We do karate every Tuesday. Karate is an individual sport. You do not need an opponent specifically. Number 3, my friends do archery every week. Archery. This is an individual sport. And finally, I do aerobics every day. See, these are some examples with the verb do regarding sports. Thirdly, we use the verb go with activities that end with ing. For example, swimming, cycling, hiking, and skiing, let's say. And also, keep in mind that this implies sports that need to be done in a specific place. For example, skiing. Of course, you cannot go skiing if the place does not have snow, right? Let me give you some examples now. Here we have, Estela goes swimming 4 times a week. This activity has ing and this sport needs the pool to be done. Or you need a huge place that has lots of water to practice swimming. Okay? Now, they are going skiing this winter. I already gave you the explanation of this. In order to go skiing, you need a place that has snow. Thirdly, I go cycling with her friends every single weekend. Cycling, you need a bicycle and it also ends with ing. Okay, so these are some of the examples of go, of the verb go. Okay, guys, that is everything for today's video. Remember that you can email me. I wrote my email down there, or also you can comment down below if you have any question, and I will be really glad to help you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.